Now I want every one of you to solve this question. Abhi I have already given you all the formulas. I have solved the circuit for you as well. So now you can find out the value, right? You just have to change the values and get it. So here it is asking find change in AF if A is decreased by 10%. Find change in AF you have already there, if A is decreased by 10%. Okay, solve this question and tell me what will be the answer. I'm giving you 3 minutes. done? Find. Let's see. Okay, try to solve, guys. Is it done? I'm giving you one more minute. I have already given you the formula. What's taking so long? I don't know. Take one more minute and try to solve this and get it done. Oh, it's there. Go, good, go. Okay. Okay. Let's solve this one. This question. So, question 5. So, as it is said that if a open loop gain is decreased by 10%, that is new open loop gain is 0.9 a, then new open closed loop will be a dash. Let's say that new open loop gain system is open loop gain is around is a dash, then it will be equals to 1 minus 0.1, that is 10% decreased, right, which will be equals to 0.9 a, that is 90 volts by volts. Then the new loop closed loop gain is af dash, which will be equals to the new open loop gain, that is a dash upon 1 plus a dash beta. So we'll put all the values. We got 3.982. Now the 982. Now the new percentage change is AF minus AF dash divided by AF into 100. Right? That is how we get percentage change in any uh, any variable. So here we put all these values, which is 4 minus 3.982 divided by 4 into 100, we got 0.45%. So overall changes minus 0.45%. So what we got from here, what inference we got from here is that if we are changing the open loop gain by 10%, even after then the the total closed loop gain is only decreasing by 0.45%. Are you getting? So this means that even there is a if the system is has a negative feedback, right, uh, if the system has a negative feedback, right, and even after then the gain of the open loop system is decreased by 10%, even after that the overall gain will only decrease by 0.45%. Understood? That means that if a system has a feedback, then even after that, when we are changing, when there is a huge change in the gain, we are getting very small change in the overall system. This is what we can infer from this question. Okay, so it's good to have a feedback in a system. This is what overall inference we can get. Okay, so now let's go to question number 6. Here question number 6 says, given as beta s is equals to 5 upon s plus 1 s plus 2, find gain margin and phase margin. So here you have to find out gain margin and phase margin, and it's given that as and beta s is equals to 5 upon s plus 1 into s plus 2. Now try to solve this question. I'm giving you 5 minutes. It's a big question. Try to solve this question and then we'll try to solve this one. We will discuss the solution about it. Okay, so now let's try to solve this question. It's asked, given beta s is equals to 5 upon s plus 1 s plus 2. Find gain margin and phase margin in degrees we have to find out. Okay, so let's go ahead. So here it's given that as into beta s is equals to 5 upon s plus 1 s plus 2. Now the angle will be, how much the phase will be? The phase will be angle of aj into aj omega into beta j omega, which will be equals to minus tan inverse of omega minus tan inverse of omega by 2, right? This will be the phase of as into bs. Now the magnitude will be equals to, we have to find out the magnitude, which will be equals to 5 upon under root of omega square plus 1 into under root of omega square plus 4. So the phase margin is will be equals to 180 degree plus the phase here. From here will be 180 degree plus angle of aj omega gc into beta j omega gc. At omega, we have to also understand that at omega is equals to omega gc, the magnitude of the system becomes unity. So we'll put that, which is, we'll put here 1 and then square, do a square of both side, that is 1 is equals to 5, right, divided by omega gc square plus 1 into under root of omega gc square plus 4. Now we will square it. We will square both the sides and we got 25 is equals to omega gc square plus 1 into omega gc square plus 4. So we got the value, the equation something like this, and this is simple equation and we'll put it here, and we got omega gc square is equals to 2.72 comma minus 7.72, and then we will put a square root here and we got omega gc is equals to 1.6492 radian per second. So now we have got the value of omega gc. We'll put it in the phase equation, that is angle of omega j omega gc into beta j omega gc, and we got value minus 98. Now we'll put, since we have got the value of the phase here, the phase margin will be equals to 180 degree minus 98.278 degrees. So the phase margin will become 81.721. Now we need to know that it's a two pole system, right? It's a two pole system. Now if a system is a two pole system, it means that it will always be stable. There won't be conditions on its stability, and this system will always be stable. So the frequency to reach minus 80 degree will become infinity. All right, and the gain margin is equal, will be equals to infinite degree. Now you have to understand what phase margin and gain margin means. So I will teach you what phase margin and gain margin means before going into it again. So gain margin is, the greater the gain margin, the greater will be the stability of system. Okay, all right. The gain margin refers to the amount of gain which can be increased or decreased without making the system unstable. So I have already told you that the pole is a two pole system, right? So this means that the pole will be always stable. If it is always stable, then we can assume that this system will become unstable at infinity. Okay, so this is what we are doing here. Since the system will always be stable, we are saying that the system will become unstable only at infinity, and thus the gain margin will be minus infinity. Okay, gain margin will be minus infinity to make the system unstable. So that is gain margin is equals to infinite degrees, finite in dB, and 81.72. The phase margin will be 81.721. Okay, understood? Okay, now let's go ahead and try to solve question number 7. So question number 7 is almost same. Here it's saying that given as beta s is equals to k. Now it's not a value given, it's k is given here. K upon s divided by 1 plus 1, s into s divided by 2 plus 1. Find the value of k and omega gc. So here again gain crossover frequency you have to find out such that phase margin becomes 90 degrees. Now pm is equals to 90 degree, and we have to find out the value of k and omega. Okay, now you know all the formulas and you know the values and everything. Try to find out this. Please, all everyone, try to solve this question. I'm giving you 5 minutes and then we'll discuss. I'm giving you 2 more minutes. Try to solve question number 7 and then we'll start. Okay, so let's try to solve this question. Question number 7. Ha. So as into beta is s is given as k upon s by 1 plus 1 into s by 2 plus 1. So for phase margin to become 90, we'll put 90 phase margin. We'll use the phase margin formula, which is phi, that is the phase of the system, minus of minus 180, that is minus of minus 180 degrees, that is phase margin is equals to 180 degree phi, that is phase of the system. So here we'll put that and we'll put 90 in place of phase margin. So that is 90 is equals to 180 degree plus angle of A j omega gc into B j omega gc. So from here we got that angle of angle of A j omega gc and beta j omega gc will be minus 90 degrees. So we'll put it here in form of tan inverse, and we got this equation, right? Minus tan inverse omega gc minus of tan inverse omega gc by 2. This is for this system, right? The phase value will be something like this. Now the we'll put the formula for tan inverse A minus tan inverse A plus tan inverse B, minus minus is already cancelled, and we'll get something like this, right? This is a simple trigonometry formula of tan inverse. So we'll put that and we got the value of omega gc, which is equals to under root 2 radian per second. Any doubt till here? Okay, so no doubt. So at omega is equals to omega gc, as I have already told you in the previous question, the magnitude will be equal to unity. So the magnitude will be equals to unity. So that means that mod of j omega gc, right, b beta j omega gc equals to 1, right? We'll put this value here, we get, and we'll square it, and we get something like k square is equals to omega gc square plus 1 into omega gc square by 4 plus 1. So the value of k, we already know the value of omega gc, we'll put it here, and we got the value of k, which is equals to, k is equals to 3 upon under root 2. Any doubt till here? Okay, so let's go ahead and try to solve question number 8. So here answer is option A. Option A is the correct answer, and we got it. Now let's try to solve question number 8 here. Feedback amplifier for which the open loop gain AS is 1000 divided by S into 1 plus S upon 10 square into 1 plus S upon 10 cube square. So this is the open loop gain. Okay, so open loop gain is given to us. Now if the feedback factor beta is independent of frequency, okay, so beta is independent of frequency, find the frequency at which phase shift, at which oscillations will commence. Okay, so for oscillations to commence, what do we know? For oscillations to commence, we know that the mod of a j omega into beta of j omega. Now since beta is independent of frequency, we don't need to write j omega here. It will be, it has to be greater than 1, greater than or equals to 1, right? For oscillations to commence, we, what do we need? We need mod of a j omega into beta j omega greater than or equals to 1, which is some, for if mod a into beta will be equals to 1, then the oscillation will be something like this, right? It won't, sorry, yeah, so it won't be, the amplitude won't be increasing throughout the time, but it will be having oscillation something like this, right? Hmm. Uh-oh, something, the oscillations will be something like this, right? Whereas if mod of aj omega beta j omega is greater than 1, it means that it will be something like this. It will increase, keep on increasing throughout the time. So something like this it will be. So now consider the, so this is the question. We have to find out the critical value of beta and frequency at which phase shift is equals to 180 degrees. So we have to find out frequency, which is equals to f or omega, f or omega you have to find out, and you have to find out the critical value of beta. So you have to find out beta. Okay, I'm trying to solve this question for, I'm giving you 5 minutes, and then we will discuss the solution. more minutes to solve this question and then we'll discuss the solution. Okay, now let's try to solve this question. So here I have already told you that as is equals to 1000 upon s into 1 plus s by 10 square into 1 plus s by 10 cube whole square. So let's try to solve this question. So here the phase will be equals to minus 90 degree, since here, right? So minus 90 degree minus tan inverse omega by 10 square minus 2 tan inverse omega by 10 cube, right? This is how we find the phase, right? For every pole there is a minus 90 degree. For a pole at 0, right? For a pole at 10, 1 by 10, we have tan inverse, right? Omega by 10 this. And for two poles at 1000, 1 by 1000 cube. For two poles at here, we got 1 minus 2 here, 2 tan inverse omega by 10 cube, right? This is how we find out the phase. So it is saying that the phase shift is equals to 180 degree. Find the value of frequency at which beta is independent of frequency. No, it is saying that if beta is already independent of frequency, okay, so it is saying that beta is independent. Now find the frequency at phase shift equals to 180 degrees. So phase shift will put the value of 180 here, right? And we'll find out the value of the frequency, which is omega. Omega 180 degrees equals to 218.22 radian per second. So is it asking in radian per second? Yeah. So the answer is given in radian per second. So we have to find out the value in omega. Okay, if it was in, yeah. Okay. Right. So omega is equals to 218.22 radian per second. Now for oscillation to occur, as I have already discussed, mod of omega at 180 degree into beta is equals to, has to be greater than or equals to 1. So we'll put the value of mod aj omega 180 degree and here, and the value of beta here, and we will get the value of beta is equals to 0.5487. What we have done here, we have put this value omega of 180 degree is equals to 218.22 into this into this equation, and we'll get the value of beta, right? How we got this equation? By multiplying beta into the modulus of the as given here, the gain, open loop gain given here. We what we did is we got mod of a beta greater than, we equated greater than or equals to 1. So this, and then we put the value of omega at 180 degree and we got beta. So this beta is a value, right? And this value is independent of any frequency. Okay, so this is what was asked. So first frequency was asked, which we got around 2.18 to 2.22 radian per second, and then beta was asked So which we got 0.54. So option C is the correct answer, right? Any doubt here? Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's try to solve question number 9 now. Question 9 is the gain of given circuit is 300. Okay. So gain of the given circuit. Please look here. It's a closed loop circuit, right? So the gain of given circuit is 300. Assuming non-ideal op-amp and a DC input of 1 volts. So V of I is equals to 1 volts, right? It is asking find minimum value of A0 for which output voltage approaches 95% of the expected value of ideal op-amp. Okay, so you have to understand what here it is saying. Here it's saying that A of F give for the gain of the given circuit, that is A circuit can be written as AF, right? Gain. It is equals to 300. Okay, and this is a non-ideal op-amp. It is saying that assume it's a non-ideal op-amp and DC input is equals to 1 volts. Find minimum value of A0 for which output voltage approaches 95% of the expected value of ideal op-amp. So assume what you have to do is first assume it is ideal op-amp and then find out the gain and then make it to 95% and then put it here and find out the minimum value of A0. Okay, so you have to find out the minimum value of A0. Try to solve this question and then we'll discuss it. I'm giving you 5 minutes. Let's try to discuss the solution of question 9. So beta here is, right, it's a closed loop. Huh? So here, um, beta is the gain of the feedback system, right? So here R2 is given, here R1 is given, R1 and R2 is given. Beta will be R2 divided by R1 equals to R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay, so now beta is equals to R2 upon R1 plus R2. Now under ideal conditions, right? Under ideal conditions, we know that AF is equals to upon 1 plus A beta, right? So here under ideal conditions, what we are taking? We are taking the gain equals to 1. Open loop system gain equals to 1 and AF will be upon wait. It's coming 1 plus beta. Wait 1 second. Uh, What? Someone said something? No. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So here, for the gain of the given circuit is 300. Yeah. So already the gain AF is already given as 300, right? Hmm. It's already given as 300. It is given in the question. So now on if non-ideal. So for ideal, it is already given as 300. For if we take it as a non-ideal, non-ideal will be equals to, non-ideal gain will be equals to V0 by Vn, right? V0 by Vn, which will be equals to, A0 1 plus A0 beta. Here we are taking the this amplifier as non-ideal and we are taking the gain equals to A0. So when we taking gain equals to A0 for this non-ideal op-amp, the loop gain will become how much? AF will become A0 upon 1 plus A0 beta. Any doubt here? And beta here is given as R2 upon R1 plus R2. So we'll put it here, right? We'll put it here. We will put all the values here. And for ideal conditions, we also know that the AF is almost equivalent to 1 upon beta, right? For ideal conditions. So we'll put the values here and we got, now for non-ideal condition, if the ideal value becomes 95%, so 95% of its original value. That means that 0.95 into 300. This is the original value of the ideal op-amp gain, and 95% value of this will be 0.95 into 300, right? We'll put here, and we'll put this value here, equate it, and we got a naught equals to 5700. So here the non-ideal, the minimum value of A0, which is the gain of this non-ideal op-amp, which will be equals to 5700. Any doubt here? No. So let's go ahead and try to solve question number 5. Question number 10. Okay. So question number 10 says, from question 9, okay, from question number 9, from this circuit, find the value of frequency, say omega p, at 1 microsecond, for which the output voltage settles to 95% of the ideal value of step input, step 1 volt, being applied to the circuit. Here again the closed loop feedback is given, no sorry, the open loop gain is given something like this. Here please note that the input voltage Vi is not DC anymore. The now has become a step function of 1 volt. So in terms of Laplace, V of S, V input of S will become how much? 1 by S, right? Now try to solve this question. Try to find out omega p, right? T is equals to 1 microseconds. So what you have to do is, first you have to find out the Laplace transform, okay, and then again you have the value of closed loop gain, you have the value of open loop gain, you have the value of the input, right? Now trying to find out the output voltage, okay, with that output voltage, it will be in Laplace, it will be in S terms, right? It will be in frequency domain. So then try to then do an inverse Laplace transform on that output voltage equation. After doing an inverse Laplace transform, put the value of t equals to 1 microsecond, and you will be able to find out the omega p. Now try to solve this question, and then we'll go back and discuss the solution. Take 5 minutes. Okay, so now let's try to solve this one. So from question 9, find value of, yeah. So I hope you understood the question and the hints that I gave. Now let's try to solve this question. So first thing is, for step input, right? It's a step input. It is something like this, 1 volts. So this is the step input. Now Laplace transform of the step input will be V of Is is equals to 1s. Okay. Every time when you see a question and you are not able to understand, okay, what to do, we have to do a Laplace transform, inverse Laplace transform, or we have to just use simple time domain calculations. When something like this hits, you have a doubt like this, look at the S term, right? Here you can see that if in the gain that they have given in the question, they have given S as well. So this means that it is already transformed into a Laplace term. It is already a frequency domain value. Okay, if the value is given in time period t or something like that, then it would be uh, you would take the question as it is a time domain question. So it is already a frequency domain question, since in the question itself it is given something, the all the gain term is given in terms of S, right? Okay, so now we know that V0 of S by Vi of S is AFS, right? V0 of S by Vi of S is A of S. So we'll put it here like this. So V0 of S is AFS into VIS. Now we already know the value of VIS. We'll put it. For A of S, we know that, see, here AS is given. AS itself is here. Yeah, let's go and see. Yeah, step input. A of S is A A0 1 plus S upon omega p, right? Now A of Fs is As 1 plus As into beta, right? V0 of S is AFS into V input S. We'll put all these values here. So A of S is As 1 plus As beta into VIS. VIS is 1 by S, right? So this here. Now we'll put the value of As from this equation. From this equation, we'll put the value of As here, and we got something like this. Now we'll try to solve it. We'll try to shorten it, and we got VO is equals to 1 by S into omega naught A naught omega P upon S plus omega P into 1 plus A naught beta, right? This is what we got. This is, now this term, right? Any doubt till here? Any doubt till here? No. Okay. Now this value of output voltage that we got, it is in a frequency domain, right? Now to convert this frequency domain into time domain equation, we will do inverse Laplace transform. So now we will do inverse Laplace transform, Laplace inverse transform, LIT will do, and we get something like this. So V0t A naught 1 plus upon divided by 1 plus A naught into beta into 1 F e to the power minus omega p 1 plus A naught beta into t into ut. This is typical inverse Laplace transform from a Laplace term, right? It's a typical thing. If you know how to do Laplace transform and inverse Laplace transform, you will be able to do this much. Now from here, we in the question itself, time is given. Time t is given as 1 microsecond. So we'll put that time t is equals to 1 microsecond. POT is 95% of the ideal value. This is what is given in the question. So we'll put it here, right? This is the ideal value, and 0.95 will be this. will put as 1 microsecond. We put everything and we'll be able to find omega p. Here A is given. In this question, it is an extension of question number 9. So A naught is already given. A naught or is already given as 5700. 5700. It was already given. And beta was already given as 1 upon 3000. 300. Beta was given as 1 upon 300. So we will, in this equation, beta, all the unknowns, that is beta, A naught, everything is given. Here also A naught, beta is given. Only omega p is left. We'll put all the values and we'll be able to find out omega p. Right? Any doubt here? Right? So here option A will be the correct one. Any doubt? Oh, okay. ठीक है. So that's it from my side for today. Now, all the best for assignment number 4 and assignment number 5. We will be solving assignment 5 on, probably I won't be able to take the next session as well. I will take it on Saturday. So we will see on Saturday assignment number 5. Today we solved assignment 4, previous year's assignment 4. And all the best. Okay, bye. Bye bye everyone.